The sound you just listened to is one that sailors of yesteryears dreaded the thought of hearing while out at sea, the melodic, almost angel-like call of a siren. However, sirens and merfolk are not the only creatures to employ the method of mimicking the voices of humans to lure in their prey. Wendigos, skinwalkers, and various other mythological creatures use this technique as well. Supernatural fans might be familiar with the crocata, another creature that can mimic the voices of their victims' loved ones in order to lure them away and consume their souls. I got the idea for this video from a TikTok that I remembered seeing a while back. At the time, there was a song going around that members claimed to be the sound of angels. However, many people in the comments noted the uneasy feeling that came with listening to the sound. The truth behind the sound was that it was actually a song someone had made for their dog that had recently passed away. But a member of the witch talk community noted that there was a very good reason why people felt uneasy when they listened to that sound. Luring calls provoke a feeling of dread despite their warm and angelic nature because your instincts know better. That chill up your spine, that prickling sensation along your skin, that's your body telling you that you are in danger, and that rather than following the sound, you should move away from it in the opposite direction. Of course, I'm merely talking about the songs from mermaids and sirens, but creatures like skinwalkers can be a little bit more tricky. Skinwalkers and various other creatures hold the ability to repeat words and conversations from their victims and people they've observed. They use these phrases to lure people away and isolate them, making the victim much easier to attack. Depending on the creature's level of experience, they're able to mimic a few short words or phrases, or repeat entire conversations. The most common tactic is to repeat the last things a previous victim has said. With skinwalkers, it isn't uncommon to hear them say something along the lines of, "Hello? Is anyone there?" Or, "Somebody please help me." A frequent thing I've noticed in these sorts of stories is that the more often the creature uses these phrases, the more warped and distorted the words sound. Some people have described the repeated use of these phrases sounding like an old recording. Each use of a certain phrase sounds a little too similar to the last. Just another thing to keep in mind if you ever hear a call for help in the middle of the woods at night. Most dangerous of all, I think, goes beyond angelic singing and human conversations, though. Some creatures that use luring calls, including skinwalkers, will choose to repeat the sounds of an animal such as a dog or coyote. These lures are made especially dangerous in the fact that you might hear your dog barking at the edge of the woods or right in your backyard, when it isn't actually your dog. Or you think you hear a bear or a coyote romping around when it's something else entirely. As I said in my video regarding Wendigos, none of these creatures can be tamed, and very few can be pacified through peaceful means. I know people out there like to romanticize these creatures and make them out to be soft boys that just need a hug. But here's the reality. All of these beings, every single one, wants to kill you, eat you, and or use your ribs as toothpicks as they keep your head as a trophy. They're evil spirits that should not be trifled with. It's fine if you want to romanticize these beings in fiction, but if you were to hear the melodic song of a siren or the parroting voice of a skinwalker or wendigo in real life, get out of there. Because in real life, these creatures only see you as their next victim, and they hope you're weak and gullible enough to follow their calls back to them.